It's no secret, relationships can be difficult to manage in the public eye. It's no wonder some couples seem to keep their romance to themselves, especially one web-shooting superhero and his on- and off-screen lover. Who is it? Keep watching to find out. While filming the 2012 film The Place Beyond the Pines, the on-screen romance between Eva Mendes and Ryan Gosling didn't end after the camera stopped rolling. Looking back, Mendes revealed that she didn't go into the project expecting more than a business relationship with Gosling. She explained to Women's Health, "It was the furthest thing from my mind." Mendes added that out of nowhere, quote, Ryan Gosling happened. About becoming a mother of two, she said, "I mean, falling in love with him. Then it made sense for me to have not kids, but his kids. It was very specific to him." When Gosling earned the award for Best Actor at the 74th Golden Globes, he took a moment during his acceptance speech to honor Mendes. He praised her for her incredible effort in raising their daughter while pregnant with number 2, all while also caring for her brother who had cancer. On the red carpet, Gosling said about his entire family, "It's a dream and they're angels." According to OK Magazine, Mendes and Gosling prefer to focus on their family life and raise their children outside of Hollywood. As of 2021, the couple were reportedly considering a move to Canada, Gosling's home country. A source explained, "They have always avoided the public eye, but they want even more privacy now that the girls are getting older." The source added that evidently Canada would be the perfect place for them to grow up away from the spotlight. Leighton Meester and Adam Brody both had their big breaks thanks to Josh Schwartz, the creator of two of the most popular teen dramas of aughts, The OC and Gossip Girl. Portraying Seth Cohen on The OC, Brody found his perfect mate in Rachel Bilson's character, Summer Roberts. On the other coast in New York City for Gossip Girl, Meester's Blair Waldorf ended up with Ed Westwick's character, Chuck Bass. In the real world, Meester and Brody linked up. According to Us Weekly, the couple first started dating in 2013. By 2014, Meester and Brody were married. Later, the former drama stars had a daughter together named Arlo. Though they appeared at red carpet events together, Meester and Brody still enjoyed keeping parts of their relationship all to themselves.
Yeah, exactly.
Exactly.
She told People about her time off spent with Brody, "We basically just try to disconnect enough so that we don't have to talk about logistics." She added that for date nights, "We go to dinner. That's basically all we end up really doing, going to dinner." As for entertainment, the couple united on screen in the ABC sitcom Single Parents. Brody had a recurring role as the deadbeat ex-boyfriend to Meester's character. She said about working together on set with her husband, "I love being at work, and then having my best friend come and work with me is just like the best thing ever." The meeting of Hollywood stars Alison Brie and Dave Franco didn't happen on a movie set, but rather at one of the biggest yearly events in the US. Brie revealed to Metro, "We met at a restaurant through a mutual friend in New Orleans." According to E! News, the two started dating in early 2012, but the couple stayed quite secretive about their courtship, rarely appearing together outside of paparazzi photos. Later that year, the couple finally appeared at an event together, the Dior Men's fashion show in Paris. Then, while on the red carpet for her movie Sleeping with Other People, Brie showed off an incredible engagement ring. Previously, Brie told Metro about marrying Franco, "Probably about a year into our relationship, I was like, oh wow, this thing I thought I maybe never would do, I could definitely see myself doing it with you." As a married couple, Brie and Franco both co-wrote the script for the upcoming 2022 rom-com called Somebody I Used to Know. Franco told Deadline about the film, saying, "Alison and I love romantic comedies and were inspired by the classics from the 80s and 90s. This was the second movie with Franco behind the camera as a director, with Brie as one of the film's stars, following the 2020 film The Rental." At first, only true sports fanatics knew of Nnamdi Asomugha. The former NFL cornerback told NPR that his position in football was one of the most difficult positions in all of sports to play. After dominating in his role on the field for the Oakland Raiders, he transitioned into acting.
At some point, I just said, I don't know that this is going to be it. I think there's something else.
This gave him something in common with his future wife, Kerry Washington. Asomugha went to see Washington perform in the Broadway show Race. Reflecting back on those early days, Washington told Marie Claire, "The last time I did theater, it completely transformed my life. That's where I met my husband." The couple married in 2013 during a private ceremony with almost no press coverage. Washington told Glamour, "I have girlfriends in this business who talk about their personal lives, and it works for them, and I love it, but not for me." After their marriage, Washington and Asomugha often kept details about their relationship a secret. She provided a general overview to Marie Claire that she loved spending time with her family, especially her children. She explained, "My days off look like homework, reading, and watching stuff. Just hanging out, doing things we love to do." Supermodel, actor, and entrepreneur Emily Ratajkowski has a history of keeping her private life low-key. She dated Jeff Majid, a music producer, for about 3 years, and the two lived together in a Los Angeles apartment. A source told New York Daily News, while Emily did not make a big deal publicly about them living together, it was common knowledge among her friends. Additionally, she and Majid reportedly used to be inseparable, even though she tried to play things down to the public. But it became complicated between the pair in early 2018, and both ultimately split. This opened the door for new love for Ratajkowski, which she found in a longtime friend. According to Us Weekly, Ratajkowski linked up with producer Sebastian Bear-McClard. An insider explained, "Emily has known Sebastian for years. They were all in a friend group. He wasn't a stranger." The two married in February of 2018, only weeks after news that Ratajkowski reportedly no longer lived with Majid. The couple welcomed their first child together in 2021. Ratajkowski posted a photo with her newborn on Instagram with the caption, "Sylvester Apollo Bear has joined us Earthside." She added that the birth was the most surreal, beautiful, and love-filled morning of her life. Ratajkowski previously told Vogue that she didn't want to reveal the gender of her child. "I like the idea of forcing as few gender stereotypes on my child as possible." When Emma Stone went to New York City to walk away with some laughs as the host of Saturday Night Live, she ended up with so much more. According to Us Weekly, it was during Stone's third time as host in 2016 that she met director Dave McCary, who directed her sketch called Wells for Boys.
"Everything is for you, and this one thing is for him."
Prior to meeting McCary, Stone was with Andrew Garfield for 4 years until they split in 2015. After Stone and McCary showed up together at the premiere for McCary's film Brigsby Bear, the couple became official in October of 2017. The two hid many details of their relationship, with only insider sources explaining that their love grew stronger. In 2019, McCary posted a photo on Instagram with Stone, who showed her newest stone, an engagement ring. The couple had a secret marriage in September of 2020 after postponing their originally scheduled March wedding due to the COVID-19 pandemic. Then, TMZ reported that Stone gave birth to her first child in March of 2021. Reportedly, the two named their little girl Louise Jean McCary as a tribute to Emma's grandmother, Jean Louise. While there is no specific proof, actor Carey Mulligan and musician Marcus Mumford, the lead singer of the group Mumford & Sons, apparently first crossed paths as kids. Vogue reported that Mulligan met Mumford when she was 12 because the two Brits went to the same Christian youth camp. Evidently, the youngsters stayed in touch as pen pals and got married in 2012. According to The Cut, Adele sang at the reception and Mulligan's father officiated the ceremony. Prior to tying the knot, Mumford and Mulligan were both linked with other celebrities. Mulligan briefly dated Shia LaBeouf and potentially Eddie Redmayne. She was later spotted with Jake Gyllenhaal. Gyllenhaal would go on to attend her wedding to Mumford. The band leader was recently single after ending a relationship with another British singer, Laura Marling, in 2010. Not long after the show, Mulligan reportedly relocated from New York to live with Mumford in London. The two make a point to keep their personal time as private as possible. She told Vogue, "Marcus is the only thing that's mine that I can keep totally away, so I try to." In 2021, Mulligan hosted Saturday Night Live for the first time. During her opening monologue, Mulligan revealed that she spent the previous year quarantining in the English countryside with her husband and their 2 children. Mumford, who had been a musical guest thrice on the sketch comedy show, was in the audience to support his wife. In 1999, the same year that The Matrix premiered, Keanu Reeves and actor Jennifer Syme had a stillborn daughter. The two reportedly separated the following year. Then, in 2001, Syme died in a car crash. In the aftermath of these tragic events, Reeves told People in 2006, When the people you love are gone, you're alone. I miss being a part of their lives and them being a part of mine. I miss all the great things that will never be. But the actor didn't close his heart to love and was determined to one day get married and have children. He appeared to be one step closer when he began dating Alexandra Grant, a visual artist. A source told Us Weekly that the quote, low-key and cool couple started dating since at least summer of 2017 after first meeting in 2009. The two reportedly started out as friends, but by 2019, Reeves and Grant became red carpet official after appearing together at the LACMA Art and Film Gala. Few could argue that Reeves was distracted by other women, thanks to his politeness while taking photos. A user on Twitter posted several pictures of Reeves next to women, like famous country star Dolly Parton, with his hand clearly not touching them. As he said on The One Show in 2011, he learned good manners from his British mother.
I learned manners. I have
manners.
I have good manners.
After her breakthrough role in The Wolf of Wall Street, actor Margot Robbie decided to live in London. But even as a big-name movie star, her accommodations were not exactly private. As she recalled to The Guardian, she was one of 7 people residing together in a 3-bedroom home in London. This included 5 assistant directors and Robbie's friend from Australia, Sophia Kerr. As Robbie explained to the outlet, she and her friends thought about the arrangement. Wouldn't it be funny if we all lived together? But things became more complicated when she started a relationship with one of her housemates, Tom Ackerley. She said, "We kept it a secret because we weren't really taking it seriously. Oh, whatever, we're just mates. Robbie admitted that after the rest of the house found out, things were briefly dramatic, or as she put it, quote, hit the fan. Fortunately, the actor explained that after the dust settled, everything turned out good between the housemates and they remained friends. In December of 2016, Robbie and Ackerley tied the knot. To announce the marriage, Robbie posted a since-removed photo on Instagram of her kissing her new husband. In her wedding dress, Robbie is pointing up her ring finger at the camera in place of her middle finger. The ceremony was held in Robbie's home country of Australia. Though their relationship is rather private, Robbie revealed to Net-a-Porter that she thinks being married is the most fun ever. In 2019, singer Dua Lipa and Anwar Hadid were spotted getting cozy together at a music festival. A source told TMZ that before the public appearance, both had been dating. Reportedly, Hadid reached out to Lipa after learning about a recent breakup of hers. After connecting over a date, Anwar invited Dua to his 20th birthday party. According to other attendees, something was going on between them, and at the party, they looked very much like a, quote, romantic pair. One connection between them was clearly music. According to TMZ, Anwar told Lipa he was a fan of her songs, and Lipa said she liked his album Bleach. While there's limited initial information about the couple, Lipa started showing off Anwar through her social media. She told Vogue, "We have all these incredible memories and experiences, and if there's something that we want to share together, then okay, that's fun." Lipa added about posting photos online, but at the same time, we're quite private. We'll only show you as much as we want you to see. Though Hadid is private about his relationship, being tied in with famous sisters Bella and Gigi Hadid means that he can never quite escape the public eye. He showed support for Gigi after her ex and baby daddy Zayn Malik pleaded no contest to harassment charges against their mother Yolanda Hadid. As a result, Anwar and Bella unfollowed Malik on Instagram. Cameron Diaz and Benji Madden were 2 of the hottest stars in the early 2000s for completely different reasons. Diaz was ruling the big screen in films like Charlie's Angels and as the voice of Fiona in the Shrek films. Meanwhile, Benji and twin brother Joel Madden were rocking stages in the punk band Good Charlotte, with songs like Little Things and the anthem. On Anna Faris' podcast, Unqualified, Diaz explained about how she first linked up with the rocker. She said, "I met Benji through my now sister-in-law and brother-in-law. I met them first, and then they didn't set us up, but we were in the same room because of them, and then we found each other." Her sister-in-law, of course, is actor Nicole Richie, who happens to be married to Benji's brother, Joel. Diaz clarified that even though both guys looked almost identical, they're very, very different, obviously. The couple married in 2015 and welcomed their first child together in 2020, daughter Radix. In an interview for InStyle, Diaz talked about the special romance between her and the musician. She said, "I don't know if I was ready when I got married, but I knew Benji was special. He's a good man. There's no bullshit. It's really refreshing. I'm really grateful for him." She said getting married in her 40s to Benji was the best thing that ever happened to her. Throughout her career, Taylor Swift has been connected to stars like Jake Gyllenhaal, Calvin Harris, Tom Hiddleston, John Mayer, and Joe Jonas. Providing perfect content for her songs about heartbreak, Swift often immortalized these past relationships in her lyrics. However, she went in the complete opposite direction with British actor Joe Alwyn. The two were first linked in 2016 after both appeared to attend the same Kings of Leon concert in New York City, and then the same after-party. After Swift and Alwyn began dating, the couple rarely were seen at public events. Even though the public wanted to know more about his relationship with Swift, he told Vogue in 2018, "I think we have been successfully very private, and that is now sunk in for people." Naturally, it was a very big deal when Swift opened up just a bit about Alwyn when chatting with Paul McCartney for Rolling Stone in 2020. She said, "I think that in knowing him and being in the relationship I am in now, I have definitely made decisions that have made my life feel more like a real life, and less like just a storyline to be commented on in tabloids." In Folklore, the Long Pond studio sessions, Swift confirmed Alwyn helped write multiple songs like Betty and Champagne Problems from her albums Folklore and Evermore. Swift told Zane Lowe in an interview, "Joe and I really love sad songs. We've always bonded over music. They write together and they're right together." Comic book fans rejoiced when two actors in the MCU, Zendaya and Tom Holland, connected in real life. Both were cast in the rebooted Spider-Man franchise, starting with the 2017 film Spider-Man: Homecoming. Their characters in the series develop romantic feelings for one another, and eventually life imitated art. After starring in the sequels, Holland and Zendaya were spotted kissing in a car. As reported by Page Six, the two actors locked lips in 2021 while sitting in Holland's Audi. Paparazzi also spotted Holland and Zendaya together with her mom. Rumors of the two started as early as 2017, when they may have begun dating. An insider told People about the pair, saying, "They've been super careful to keep it private and out of the public eye, but they've gone on vacations with each other and try and spend as much time as possible with one another." Around this time, Holland connected with Zendaya, who is already a star, and helped him deal with the rapid fame as Spider-Man. Holland told People, "We're like the best of friends. She's so great and amazing." According to the source, both of them have a really similar sense of humor and love joking around together. In a 2021 interview for InStyle, Zendaya alluded to her special relationship with Holland without specifically calling him a boyfriend. She said, "Yeah, he's a fun time. Very charismatic, can make anybody feel comfortable and have a good laugh in a good chat." Check out one of our newest videos right here. Plus, even more Nicki Swift videos about your favorite celebrities are coming soon. Subscribe to our YouTube channel and hit the bell so you don't miss a single one.